They're now making their way the rest of the way to the Seagrow Caves. Once they get there, they realize, oh hell! Oh no, Vernon says as he sees the cliff. It really is a cliff we have to climb down. It's about 100 feet in the air, I think. Okay, so they now have to descend from the top of the cliff. Get all their character sheets open so we can use them, play around with them, all that stuff. Oh, and I'm supposed to read this when they approach from above. I'll read it now. An opening gapes in the cliff face 200 feet below you. Like a mouth drinking in the crashing waves, two natural stairways formed of stone columns offer ways down the cliff. They do? I've never played like that. I've always played that they had to descend down the cliff using ropes or something. Because I've never read that before. I always like... well, I've only done this twice before. Both times I kind of indicated that they would want to use a boat to get around to there. To go from Dragon's Rest to there. So it's 200 feet. Which they can all climb with a rope. And we'll say that's fine. And so they would use their athletics check to see how well they climb down. Which... we'll say was with advantage because they're using a rope and also they're all helping each other as they go down. And that's something that, like, people helping other people, that's something that normally people have to call out and be like, I'm going to help them with that. Or can I help them with that? You know, or sometimes you might make them roll in whatever skill they're using. Like, say somebody just wants to help with this athletics check. You know, you might make them roll athletics to see if they're able to help or if they're too concerned with their own thing. Like this, okay, 16, that's more than enough. Like this one would probably be like 10 as a DC, but the actual, the roll that the person wants to make would probably be like 15 or so. You know, like the help action in these cases should always be less than whatever the actual goal is. If you'd require a roll for that, most of the time I don't. Most of the time, if they just say, I'm helping with that, or can I help with that, I'll be like, yeah, sure, go ahead. And then they have advantage. Whoever's doing it, whoever's making the roll. So they're helping Stony because he's at disadvantage. So with this advantage, he will be able to roll not at disadvantage. Athletics. 13, that's enough. And you might, like, for something like this, because it's like 200 feet, which is pretty far, you might require multiple rolls, but I'd say it all depends. Okay, well, he rolled without advantage. That all depends on what it is. If it's something like really intense or something, or if like the side of the cliff is falling apart, you might require multiple rolls for them to climb down, but most of the time, I'd either do one roll or sometimes no rolls, because climbing is just a movement mechanic. Oh, I already did with him.